Hey, it's Max, and I didn't find this video on YouTube, so I thought I'd share a little bit of information in regards to my Vespa. It's a GTS 300 Tech, and you can see it's right here. And I purchased it a couple months ago, and I wanted to check the oil to make sure that the oil was sufficient. And I ended up breaking my dipstick into the gearbox down here. And when you put the dipstick in to the gearbox, there's a tiny hole that you need to put this dipstick in. And somehow I missed this hole and I broke the dipstick off. I read online, couldn't find much information. And what I could tell you is that if this dipstick drops, it actually ended up in the bottom here in this tank. Maybe it would have went into the oil filter or in front of the oil filter, or maybe I was able to drain it, but it didn't happen. And so I decided to take the gearbox off. And in doing so, you have to drain your oil. You have to drain the coolant off of the bike as well. And this is this is a drive for the coolant. And you actually can fill it up from here. So you remove this cover and then you put in your coolant. And so you drain the coolant, you take the gearbox off, and I found the piece down in here, and then you've got to replace the gasket in this gearbox. So you've got to take the old one off and apply the new one. And what I've done here is I've used some high temp silicone, and that made the gasket stick onto the gearbox as we put it back on. And now we're going to refasten using the bolts. And you can also see up in here, you've got, let me get a light here. And you've got a few attachments that you've got to remove. It's a bit tricky, and I'm sure I could have taken off more parts, maybe some fairings, made the job a little easier, but decided to do it without that. So yeah, I'm putting it back on, and hopefully there'll be no leaks, and we'll be all good to go. So thanks for watching.